how do you reconcile the masculine longing for freedom with entangled monogamous love?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. And, I haven't talked about it much because it usually just pisses women off. But if you want a masculine human being as your partner, chances are the relationship will be less important to him than you. No, he didn't. And if he's more interested in the relationship and connection than you, does that feel good to you? No, it doesn't. So it's the artful owning of I need solitude, I need to own my freedom. It's the artful owning of that and the construction of that structure that most men flounder in. It's not that you need freedom, it's the way you go about taking it. And you take it by disconnecting, you take it by getting high, you take it by zoning out, you take it by disappearing. I'm saying, I see this all the time. I've done it too. Sometimes the need for freedom is so ladies, you might not know this, but so that ache in your heart we've been talking about to be seen and known and ravished. It's painful, yeah? To just acknowledge that it's there. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Okay. The pain in his heart is to be free of demand. It's the same thing. Yes, men? Most of them don't really even understand this is what's happening, but this is what's happening. I am dying to be free. Yes, men? They don't realize how deep this goes in us. It's the same level of pain as your yearning, his yearning for freedom. Now, I don't mean like freedom to fuck anybody he wants or freedom to go take a sailboat to Bali or freedom. Most men will chase freedom. Okay. Most men will chase freedom thinking that if they make enough money, do the project, get the thing, get enough free time, get enough space that they're going to be free. But they're not. Right, men? Yeah, they're not. And so what they realize as they up-level spiritually and emotionally is that the true freedom is in resting is the infinite, like feeling the infinite nature of this moment, which is why men meditate and have meditated for tens of thousands of years. That's why men created meditation religion. Because they're wanting to feel the ultimate freedom. So, in the first stage, David would call it, men seek freedom. Money, give me more sex, give me more, because I'll be free if I fuck 100 women. Or I'll be free if I make $2 million. I'll be free if I get to go to the mountains for 2 weeks and nobody bothers me. I'll be free. We're seeking freedom. We're like hungry for freedom. In the second stage, we try to negotiate freedom kind of tepidly we kind of compromise our freedom for the good of all, the good of our family, the good of society, the good, right? Which leaves us feeling limp. Yeah? You guys with me so far? Because I don't think that most women don't actually know this. So we feel limp. Right? In the third stage, we start to learn that the only freedom that we can truly rely on is the freedom of our infinite consciousness and the freedom of liberating love. So men learn to give freedom. Free your heart. To free your heart. To free your... And that's quite satisfying, yes, men, when that actually happens? Yeah. That's worth living for, yes? All the other freedoms that we think are worth living for, ultimately, when we get them, they're not, are they? No. They're not. But the freedom that's worth living for is the freedom of liberating love in your body and the freedom of resting as consciousness in the infinite. Okay? So, relationship is a deep challenge on, both of those, in both of those areas. And because most men have not been trained how to negotiate that path, which is why I'm a big fan of men's groups and men's work, they'll tend to fall into the compromising their freedom in ways that don't feel good for a relationship, because they want to love too. Right? I want to give a broad context to your question, yes? Yeah, okay. All right. So the work is to negotiate in your relationship the truth of your heart, which is, baby, I might only be available 3 nights a week, but I'll be fucking on you, like white on rice. Like you won't be able, I'm gonna love the fuck out of you 3 nights a week. The rest of the time, I need to meditate, I need to work, I need to do what I'm here to do in the world before I die. You guys would be okay with that? Yes. Yeah? Yeah. And if you own that truth, because she can feel that you're owning your own freedom is owning the freedom that brings you close. Here's the distinction. Owning the freedom that brings you closer to the divine, she's all for. And solitude is one of those things. Even zoning out. Owning the freedom of, baby, I got nothing today. It's Netflix day. Don't fucking bother me. I'll be out at 6 p.m. That's me tomorrow, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be zoning out, consciously zoning out. And so here's the thing, you can love like a fucking raging bull, passionately, fully, completely, and completely be nourished, and it is hard work, which is why most men don't do it. Okay. Is that helpful for you to know, ladies? Okay, yeah. So it's not, I'll say one more thing on that, it's not that he doesn't love you, he fucking loves you. David talks about this all the time. He loves you more than anything, likely. More than anything. And then, but yet, the car is pulling in the driveway and he's like, I've got to put my attention someplace. Is this right, man? Is this right? Like, I'd put my attention, all right, okay. Or it was just getting peaceful. So it's not that he doesn't love you, it's that it literally takes work for him to step into relationship. So, try to, the reason I'm saying that is, try to cut them a break, because if they're here, they're the cream of the crop in terms of guys who care about relationship. Yeah?